The tragedy on Sunnyfield Court. In the quiet suburbs of Indianapolis, a young woman named Rachel Meyers had a gift for finding beauty in broken things. At garage sales and thrift shops across the city, she'd collect discarded furniture, cracked tables, worn chairs, forgotten pieces of wood, and bring them back to life. She called her small business Weathered Willow. But for Rachel, it was more than work. It was faith. She believed, as her father often said, nothing is wasted. Born in Muskegon, Michigan, Rachel grew up in Elkhart, Indiana, where her father pastored a small church. She was known for her warmth, her laugh, and her ability to make anyone feel seen. After earning a degree in early childhood education from Pensacola Christian College, she taught kindergarten in Tennessee. Her students adored her. Friends said she had no enemies. Rachel met Daniel Meyers at a concert in 2008. Their first date was chaotic, funny, and unforgettable, and soon after, they were married. In 2012, they moved to Indianapolis to start a new church called Resonate Ministries. The goal was simple: reach people who had given up on church. Rachel poured her heart into the mission. By 2015, the couple had a 15-month-old son, and Rachel was 3 months pregnant with their second child, a daughter they planned to name Ella Grace. November 9, 2015. Rachel spent the day at a local park with her sister, Emily Carter, watching their kids play. They laughed for hours, not knowing it would be the last time they'd ever see each other. The next morning, November 10, at 4:30 a.m., 3 men awoke on the west side of Indianapolis. Marcus Taylor, 18, Jamal Watson, 21, and Dion Harris, 24. They called themselves the Kill Crew. All three were on parole, living together at Westlake Apartments, and for days, they'd been on a violent burglary spree. That morning, they broke into multiple homes, stealing electronics, jewelry, and cash. At one house, they were caught on a security camera, but escaped before being identified. By 6 a.m., they wanted more money. Across town, Daniel Meyers had already left his home on Sunnyfield Court to work out at LA Fitness. It was a small habit that would change everything. He left the front door unlocked, a simple oversight, because they shared one key. Moments later, the 3 men targeted the Meyers home. Surveillance cameras showed Daniel's car leaving the neighborhood at 6:11 a.m. By 6:20, the killers were inside. Rachel was alone with her sleeping toddler upstairs. When she encountered Marcus Taylor, he struck her with a revolver, breaking her tooth. He demanded money and took her bank cards. Jamal and Dion left to withdraw cash while Taylor stayed behind. When Rachel fought back, he shot her once in the upper body, then again, execution style, in the back of the head. Neighbors heard gunshots around 6:45 a.m. Minutes later, the suspects withdrew $400 from a Chase ATM, using Rachel's card. One of them wrapped a pink sweater around his face, an item later recovered as key evidence. Daniel returned home around 8:20 a.m. After finishing his call in the driveway, he entered the house, and found a scene of unimaginable horror. Rachel lay near the fireplace, face down, partially undressed, surrounded by blood. Her wallet and cards were scattered across the floor. Upstairs, their baby was unharmed in his crib. Rachel was rushed to Indiana University Health Methodist Hospital, but the damage was irreversible. She was placed on life support. 24 hours later, both she and her unborn daughter were gone. The community was devastated. Police quickly ruled out Daniel as a suspect. Surveillance footage from LA Fitness and phone records confirmed his alibi. Forensic teams combed through the house, collecting DNA, fingerprints, and a Swisher Sweet cigar wrapper left by the intruders. Days later, detectives found the stolen silver Chrysler Sebring abandoned 7 miles away. Inside, the pink sweater, Rachel's ATM receipts, and stolen items from previous burglaries. DNA from the sweater matched Jamal Watson. Phone records placed all 3 men on Sunnyfield Court that morning, and tower data tracked them to both ATMs. Witnesses later identified the suspects from photo lineups. Within 2 weeks, police arrested Taylor, Watson, and Harris. Under interrogation, Watson confessed and described Taylor's brutality, how he said he smoked her and watched her bleed. Taylor denied everything but couldn't explain the cell data or DNA linking him to the crime. By late November, prosecutors charged Taylor and Watson with murder. Harris, who stayed outside during the shooting, faced burglary charges. Detectives said Rachel had simply been in the wrong place at the wrong time, alone, home early, while 3 armed men searched for their next score. Rachel's funeral drew hundreds. Her father spoke softly. She gave her whole heart to God and to others. I want to be more like her. The case moved slowly through court. Watson and Harris took plea deals in exchange for testimony. Taylor's trial dragged on for years, with 2 mistrials before a final conviction. He was sentenced to 86 years in prison, later extended to over 100 for other violent crimes. Daniel, broken but steadfast, told reporters, I lost my best friend, my home, and my faith, but I choose forgiveness. In the years that followed, Daniel began a ministry to help others cope with loss, turning his pain into purpose. Still, the internet swirled with speculation about the unlocked door, the timing, the interviews. But investigators stood firm. Daniel had been cleared within days. There was no conspiracy, only tragedy. Rachel Meyers was 28 years old, a wife, a mother, a teacher, a believer in second chances. She saw value in the discarded, beauty in the broken, and hope where others saw none. On that cold November morning in Indianapolis, 3 men took her life, but not her light. Today, her family says her legacy lives on in every life she touched, every child she taught, and every broken thing she helped make whole again. Rachel Meyers. Gone too soon. Never forgotten. You've been watching Echoes of Betrayal, where every secret leaves a scar. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss the next story that still echoes in the dark.